Hi, I'm Pete McConvill and welcome to my channel. Here I overthink, overanalyze and just geek out on watches far too much to be healthy. It's been about 4 or 5 months since I've put a video out, and that has made coming back really difficult. But you know what? We'll talk about that after the intro and get into what's going on with me and the channel then. Okay, so first, during my self-imposed break, I got a lot of DMs, a lot of comments, a lot of emails from you guys asking about me and making sure I was okay and all that sort of thing. Thank you so much. That affirms my faith in humanity and it makes me want to get back out and start making stuff for you guys because, yeah, that was just really nice. Okay, second, I'm fine. There's really been nothing huge happening in my life. No great family tragedy, no wonderful story out of this. If I had to sum it up, I'd say really probably 3 things led to this break. 4 things, actually. 4 things led to this break. The first was the channel was doing really well. I was actually growing and expanding, and I started paying more attention to making sure I was hitting the right marks, and I was putting a lot of attention into the quality of what I was doing, paying more attention to making sure I got the right topics. And trouble is, that's work. That's not fun. That's not hobby. That's work. And this place wasn't designed to be a job. This place isn't where I'm supposed to be doing work. And so that started to get me down a little bit. And then that sort of snowballed with a couple of things that happened on a family side. You know, everyone's talking about the whole cost of living thing. So I've had kids move back in and move back out and move back in as they're moving between rental places. My office here became a spare bedroom for a little while, and so there was just all sorts of disruption there. Likewise, work got really busy with some interesting stuff happening at work. And then the third thing really kicked in, which is I've kind of got adult, I have adult ADHD, and I can muscle through that. I don't have to take medication or anything like that. But what it does mean is that when I'm going through when I'm sort of in a low mode, I really have to concentrate. I have to burn a lot of matches to really get into and get stuff done. And when it's work or when it's family or when it's something that has to happen, I will burn those matches. I will set fire to that fuel. I will do whatever it takes to drive myself to the end game. But that's not what this channel is about. This channel is about having an outlet for when I'm feeling up and positive and really happy. It's not about driving myself to the wall to get productivity numbers. And so combined with everything else that was going on, I just didn't feel it. Didn't have the energy required to produce content that I was happy putting out. And so that was really the first 3 things that sort of led to me having a bit of a break. The fourth thing that came on quite late was when I started, I put out a request for topics for a Q&A a little while ago. And you guys gave me some great material, and I sat down and started plotting out, well, how am I going to answer this? And I was lost. It had been so long since I'd done it. It had been so long since I'd started making notes about starting to think about what the video would look like. I couldn't remember how to get back into it. And then doing this video, I reckon what am I looking at the camera now? I'm probably up to about file 20 today as I just keep cocking it up. And I'm dreading then having to edit all of this after the fact and remember how the editing system works. It's just one of these things. Once you get off the horse, it's actually quite hard to get back on again. It's not. Making videos is not like riding a bike. It's way harder. So yeah, that's really all that's been going on. Okay, so what to look for now? I'm feeling re-energized. I'm feeling rejuvenated. I've had a look at a really hard think about what does success look like for this channel. And what I found, what I've decided success for my channel is that every week I'm excited by the idea of putting a video out. That's it. Even if no one watches it, even if it makes no money, even if it goes nowhere, my measure of success is, am I always feeling like I want to put a video out? Is there always a topic I'm into? Is there always something I'm curious about, even if no one else in the world is? And do I then produce that to a degree that I'm happy with? That is my measure of success. Everything else can go screw itself. Chasing anything else is a recipe for me losing all my passion for doing this. So that's really my measure of success. And with that, I plan on just trying to hit the mark every week. But you know what? I'm not even going to measure myself firmly against that, because there's a danger there that I'll get driven into putting a video out because I have to, rather than because I'm passionate about what's in that video. And I don't want to do that. So my promise to you is I'm going to be wildly inconsistent. I will be all over the place. I'll probably do a lot of video stuff that no one else is interested in and be incredibly self-indulgent. But you know what? You're also getting this for free, so why should you care? Yeah, so that's really what I'm looking forward to. Some of the topics kicking around in my head is, and these are, a lot of them are going to come from your Q&A. I did, when I was getting back into this, I asked for some questions to answer, sort of a nice, easy intro back in. But instead, you guys gave me great questions that made me overthink. It took me back in time to when I used to really overthink and overanalyze and get in geeky about stuff. You know, one guy asked me one question about complacency in the Swiss watch industry. And out of that, I've now planned about 3 videos to just answer that one question. Likewise, someone asked me a question about CWC watches, a brand I know nothing about. So I started looking at them, and now I think there's this whole idea of military and military adjacent watches and watches for service as opposed to trophy watches. And what does that mean? And what do I feel as a member of the military who has been issued watches? How contrasting my attitude to those watches with the people who collect the watches, which is fascinating and I think worthy of a video. So rather than address half-ass the questions that you've answered, what I'm going to do is instead, actually most of them are going to become standalone videos. So questions about CWC watches and military watches in general is going to be a couple of videos. Transparency and complacency in the marketplace is going to be a couple of videos. Someone asked a question about only watch and auction houses. So the idea of a small step sideways from the idea of transparency is the idea of trust. Are we losing trust in the watch world? Are we becoming less trusting of each other and other players in the marketplace? Be they media, auction houses, the watchmakers themselves, ADs. You know, sometimes it can be, you can feel like they're all out to get me. They're all out to cheat me. And what could happen to the watch industry if that's what we start to really internalize? So anyway, they're the sorts of topics I'm looking at taking. Oh yeah. In the watch industry, does form versus function even make sense anymore? Or is form function and is function form for mechanical wristwatches, which when you get right down to it are just jewelry? Yeah, so they're all the sorts of things I'm interested in tackling over the next little while. You know what? I'm going to wrap this up. Probably the next video you see from me will be a state of the collection video. I'll do that probably next week. So yeah, as I said, I'm back. Thank you very much for watching this, for waiting for me. Thank you very much for your messages of support in the meantime. And I'm looking forward to doing more of this again. Bye.